That's right, everybody. It's day 47 of 100 Days of Code, and it is also Hackathon Fridays at School of Codes. And today we had Hackathon Friday, so we are at the end of week 7. Week 7, the end of, and day 47, 100 Days of Code. It's feeling good, so good. And today we have ended our week with a React-a-thon, Hackathon, Reactathon, Hackathon. So we did a bit of that in the lovely library of React. And so we all know with 100 Days of Codes, the rules is that you got to code 1 hour a day. 2, you got to make yourself accountable publicly. And 3, share your thoughts and your feelings. So what did we get up today on this Reactathon, Hackathon Friday? Well, what didn't we get up to? That is the question. So we basically solidified all of our knowledge on our first week, literally only 1 week in React. And we were doing some pretty cool stuff. So me and my partner, we started off in the morning, and we had an amazing guest speaker. And that guest speaker was a gentleman called Dave Adams, and he was on School of Code Bootcamp 2s. So it was the second bootcamp there ever was, where there was like only 25 students. Now there's like over 150 remote students. So now fast forward like a few years from when he's done School of Codes. He is now in DevSecOps is what he does now. So he does a lot of DevOps sort of stuff, operations, dev, pipelines, all that cool stuff now. So we got to hear from him and all the amazingness of how you can progress. And he gave the wise sage advice of, at the beginning, make sure your portfolio is pretty good. Make sure that it talks about sort of problems you faced and sort of how you face challenges and those sort of things. But he also spoke about sort of that progression and sort of where he's gotten to now. And whatever that is offered or whatever's out there, that be open to different job prospects. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to stay open. We're going to make our portfolio open so we can make sure that we are ready for whatever the future holds for us. So that was a really good talk to start out the day. And then we got put in our pairs with Dan the Man this week. And we actually went through and we began to sort of plan what we're going to do. So the Hackathon Reactathon was creating a to-do list app within React. And so essentially what we were given is sort of, we had to install the Create My React app from the documentation, the React.js website. So you install it from the command line or from Bash. You install that, and then once you've done that, then you have all the starting boilerplate files that you can use. In there, we had to then put into, as normal, we weren't given any of the files this time or folders. We had to create our components, so we had to go into the SRC folder where you create these things, create a components folder. And then inside the components folder, then we created things like the the input folder. We created sort of for the input components. We created one for the list. We created one for the app files and that sort of thing, which is the main file. We created one for the list items, that sort of thing. So all of our components had each one of its own folders. All the components that make up the to-do list app, they all have their own folders and they have their own index.js files. So then inside those index.js files, we then created the logic to, so in the to-do list, of course, we had it come up with a title, which said to-do list. So we changed it from in the index.html in the root file, which is in the public file. We found that, changed the title, did that sort of thing, changed it to to-do list. And then we went back and we created sort of our index things that we needed, our input fields. We created our buttons, so then we could add to-do list items in there. And then below that, then they would appear on the actual, in the page. So then the list items will come up. And we had buttons next to them, which did things as well, which deleted the items as well. And we had a tick box where you could tick off the different to-do list items. We also got the chance to do like a bit of styling. So we styled it really nicely. or we used Colorly, and we actually styled like the background. We centralized it. We used some sort of watermelon colors and things like that and made it look really nice. So all in all, it was a really good day overall. I would give it a 10 out of 10. I felt like we really solidified our understanding of React, and I felt like we made it look real nice. And at the end of the day, then we did presentations. We presented our to-do list apps, and we had some learning points that I think we'd want to get better at. We would like to have been able to sort of create something that deleted everything or cleared the whole list. We would have been able to strike through each of the list items. So when we tick the checkbox, we would have liked to sort of make it where it marks through the to-do list items and that sort of thing. So they would have been things that we would have sort of grown into if we would have had a bit more space or time or figured out how to do it and solve those problems. But overall, we did everything that was asked of us, and we did a little bit more than that. So we feel really happy how the day went. And overall, it's been a really good hackathon, reactathon. So I wish you and bid you adieu from me. Good day. Farewell. Avida. Whatever it is. Happy Hackathon Friday to all of you lover coders out there. Day 47 of 100 Days of Codes. It's your boy Kendall, signing out. Hackathon Fridays, baby. Until next time, we'll see you soon. Take care. And enjoy your weekends. And have lots of fun. Welcome back to the School of Code. Peace out, guys.